Hi everyone, Amber Canoy here with Everyday Kentucky over at Springhouse Gardens, where buying plants is a walk in the park, or buying herbs could be a walk in the park.
I just can't figure out why people don't grow more herbs.
I love them.
We have still have a great selection of herbs, and I'm like, I can't plant all these people, so please come and get some herbs. They're buy one, get one free, at least for a while.
Yeah.
Call and see if they still are, but how can you go wrong with buying one and getting one free? And if you know the difference between annual herbs and perennial herbs, most of these are going to keep coming back year after year after year. So why wouldn't you come and plant them? They're one of the few things you can plant anytime in the summer, and they don't mind it hot and dry. Yeah, you have to water them to get them out of those tiny little pots, because usually the time we're selling them in little tiny pots. But we just transferred these from the little tiny pots yesterday.
Oh wow.
And look, they already are breathing and growing like crazy. So they are so happy to be in a slightly bigger pot. And this is something that you could do too. If you've got a pot and you don't have room to plant them in your garden, put them in a pot where you can keep them. You are going to have to water them probably every day, especially when it's 95 degrees. But why wouldn't you want this right on your patio or porch?
I'll use it in my cooking.
I think he will use this one.
This might just be going home with me.
That one I think is. So you have some of the best perennial herbs in this pot. So let's start with the perennial ones. Sage in this area is generally perennial. You get usually at least 2 or 3 years out of that one.
Nice.
Oregano back here is so hardy. You'll have that for years and years and years. Fennel.
Oh, and we have a little guest.
Oh yeah, that's a host plant for the black swallowtail. Look at that guy. So fennel will come back year after year after year. Most of your times will come back year after year. Now, basil, unfortunately, here is not perennial. So this basil you have to plant every year. But if you let it go to seed a little bit, like at the end of the year, if you stop picking these seed heads off, you'll get basil to self-seed, and it will come back in your garden next year. I can't believe how readily it is spread everywhere. So those are some of your best perennial herbs. A couple other ones that maybe, let's see, we've got all these different times. We've got all these different oreganos. Look at the variegated oregano, variegated sage.
Ooh.
So you can have a lot of these perennial ones. Of course, mint is perennial, but you've got to be very careful. The best way to grow mint in your garden is to put it in a pot and sink it in the ground, because if you plant it in the ground, it's going to take over. So, but these are just a few of the perennial herbs. Some of the other ones that we're completely sold out of right now are dill. That is not perennial, but it self-seeds readily, and if you let some of those dill seeds go to seed, you'll have lots of dill every year, even though it's not truly a perennial. So come back out. If you haven't been out in a while, we've got lots of herbs still. We'll have them probably through about the middle of August. Hopefully they'll all be gone by then. But the perennial ones we'll probably put into bigger pots and plant them in fall gardens, so you have lots to pick in the fall and in next spring and for years to come. So if you have any more questions, come out and see us at Springhouse Gardens. We're buying plants as a walk in the park. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you can give us a call or email us at greatplants@springhousegardens.com.